Hi, welcome to Play Pundit. Today we're going to talk about Kena, Bridge of Spirits. It is a PS4/PS5 exclusive. You know, it's weird. Sony usually does a pretty good job of giving us the juicy kind of exclusives. Horizon, God of War. You could even argue, what was that zombie killing game? The Days Gone? All good stuff, right? Let's start off with the pros, okay? This game has beautiful graphics. We're talking Pixar, maybe in the late mid-2000s era. You could even argue that the little kid from Up, that little, everyone knows that kid, could be like the main character's little brother. They definitely look pretty similar. Wow, that's coming off a little racist. Anyways, it's got some puzzles. They're pretty quick, to the point, kind of satisfying. Actually, looking back on this game, it reminds me of one of the greatest series of all time, Jak and Daxter, PS2 era, Naughty Dog, S-Class, genre-defining game series. Ratchet and Clank, fucking forget about it. And in the game, there's a little village you can unlock that opens up, and it's kind of nice to see it, different parts of it. And that is about it for the pros, the positives in this game. It looks pretty. It's pretty simple. And if you're not looking for too much of a challenge, well, there you go. Now, let's get into the downside of this game, okay? So, at their core, this game and 2018's God of War are essentially the same. They have the same core game loop, semi-open world, story-driven, third-person action RPG. And it's actually what drove me to Kena in the first place. God of War is my favorite game of all time, and so when I saw Kena, I was like, great, boom, there we go. Let's do it again. These indie developers have been pushing out some pretty sick games in the past couple years, so this is going to be another one. But no. Like I said, the game loops are at their core the same, right? You explore, you solve some minor puzzle, you kill a group of enemies, and then you collect and loot, get the currency, whatever the items are. And then you kind of uncover the story as you go along. Now, however, the gap between these two games is like a toddler riding a bike for the first time and a pro Red Bull sponsored rider doing a Tomahawk 720 split twist for a world record win. At their core, both these feats are performed by riding a two-wheel pedal machine, but they couldn't be further apart. Let's take a look at, Kena's upgrade tree, for instance. It's tiny, it's uninspired, it's not exciting. You look at it, and the abilities are so minimal and so just boring. Not to mention that combat isn't even diverse enough or intricate enough or fluid enough to justify you using any of the abilities you unlock. Let me elaborate on that. God fucking damn it. Let me elaborate on that. So the combat, it's a shame because I can tell that it's just a few small tweaks away from being great. But I don't know if it's either the animation or it's just the timing of the enemy's attacks, but it just feels so awkward and it feels so, it doesn't flow, right? Now, looking at the story, if you're looking for a Pixar level emotion, hit you right to your core, making you cry in the movie theater type of experience, you're not going to get that here. The story's pretty basic. It's pretty straightforward. You're the good guy, you show up, people are being oppressed by some evil force. By the end of the game, the only thing I could tell about the main protagonist was that she is kind-hearted and she is determined to carry on her father's legacy. Now, most of this can be forgiven. A lot of really great, fun games don't even have a story, and they're super fun. Right now, I'm playing Deep Rock Galactic. Great time. No story needed. But there is one underlying factor that makes this game so unenjoyable, and it's why it took me months to finish it, why I had to go to other games just to have fun, and then come back and finish this game so I could make this video, so I could start my channel, so I could get some content going. And it's the economy in this game. It grows the economy. So in this game, you collect two different resources. One is, quote unquote, like upgrade points. You can kind of count them as like your EXP. The other is these blue shards. And these blue shards count as the currency for you to buy all the stuff in the game, right? These blue shards are your money. They're your coin. And you might say, but David, what can we buy with these blue shards? Cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff? Hats. You can buy hats. And hats not even for your character, but the little bug guys that follow you around. Let me put it this way, right? The most valuable item that you can collect in this game is it's a golden mail parcel that you end up finding at the end of a side puzzle or like a little side cavern. You get this mail bag, right? You take it back to the hub, the main village. It lets you unlock a certain part of that village. You go into that area, you kill some enemies, or you solve a quick puzzle, and then you get a chest for doing that. You open the chest. What do you get? Blue shards. What do you buy with the blue shards? You can buy hats. It all comes back to hats every time. It's just hats, different hats in this game. Now, all that said, I am kind of looking forward to maybe a sequel or just what else the studio can do, because it is an indie studio. From what I understand, it's one of their first games that they've made, produced. So I think there's potential here, but I would only get this game if you have like a kid that wants to play. They like don't quite understand Red Dead 2, right? But that's like, okay, well, let's get them started. Sure, I guess you can get in this game. It's simple enough. It's only $40, right? It's probably less now. You can probably find it on sale. So let's give it a 6.5. Doesn't quite, not as bad as a 6, but it's maybe like a C+. I know those don't quite correlate, but thank you. You know what to do if you're on YouTube. You know what buttons to press. I don't got to tell you. I made it a habit of just every video I watch, I just hit like, because why not, right? It takes literally, it's muscle memory at this point. So thanks, y'all. Have a good one.